Oh boy, that's a big bug. Hello everyone, welcome back to Calliope Music Reviews. My name is Colin, and this is Music Canon. Alright, so today we're taking a look at the UK post-punk five-piece Squid and their third full-length album called Cowards. Now, born from the ever-influential windmill scene out of Brixton, London, alongside bands like Black Midi, Black Country New Road, and Maruja, Squid has found success through a distinct artsy krautrock-like punk sound, bending bountiful rhythms and punctual political commentary to usher some of rock's finest moments in the 2020s thus far. Whether you're listening to their fiery epic of a debut, Bright Green Field, or the diverse noise of 2023's Oh Monolith, it's clear that the band has a knack for building immersive and meaningful album experiences. This third effort, Cowards, enjoys the same creative foundation of those records, this time taking a more tepid approach towards post-rock and the chamber influences of their windmill contemporaries. Those chamber influences are immediately felt on the first track, Crispy Skin, as glazed keys and picky string work lead into a brawny bass line and bright guitars. This varied sound really feeds into the bustling rhythm that the track builds over time, creating a cinematic landscape for lead singer Ollie Judge's shrill vocals. The next song, Building 650, continues the use of strings and impressively clean guitar plucking to escort a rather sinister progression rooted in dramatic organ and even some vivid horns. After this, the album takes a turn away from the energy of their previous material, honing in on a more muted sound. Minimalist horns, glitzy harpsichord, and polished drums complement the sonic nakedness, but definitely damage the record's pacing and dense fun factor that their prior material has in droves. This pivot towards slower and stripped back instrumentals is a bit discouraging, honestly, but the band's dynamic ability is not entirely lost on Cowards. The eighth track, Showtime, is easily one of the band's best songs in their entire discography and sees the group navigate this plump funk rock beat surrounded by tight guitars and stirring strings. At about the 2-minute mark, a digital synth starts blipping about, increasing in tempo as a violin and viola swoop in into a progressively spastic assortment of anotic components. This continues to build and build as elements drop in and out of the mix until it finally unleashes into a screaming guitar and busy drum set that results in just a massive release of tension and maybe one of the greatest musical bridges I've heard up to this point. This track truly showcases the group's full potential for lively experimentation that unfortunately isn't really that present throughout the rest of the record here. Now, even though the overall sound direction here lacks some intensity to take the album to the next level, the poetic messaging here remains a pretty proud effort. Similar to their first two records, Cowards employs a simple but recognizable set of imagery to shed light on socio-political issues like climate change, violent law enforcement, and corporate greed. The first song, Crispy Skin, plays on the issues of mob mentality and social norms, depicting an alternate reality where cannibalism has been normalized. Blood on the Boulders then comments on society's strange obsession with true crime, telling a story of media exploitation and bloody profit-seeking corporations. Fieldworks 1 and 2 adds to this narrative, pointing out the evil and criminal activity, but also the law enforcement that is tasked to counteract such activity, calling into question the morals of everyone involved in determining morality as a whole. This type of devil's advocacy and nuance gives the album a menacing feel that paints a pretty scary but not so far off picture of modern dystopia. Ollie then gets particularly abstract with an eerie story of Stockholm Syndrome on the title track before returning to themes of industry exploitation and abuse, using the example of iconic artist and film director Andy Warhol on the penultimate track, Showtime. The record concludes on Well Met with an oddly hopeful song about confronting society's negligence of climate crisis and possible nuclear fallout. While the lyrics here are poignant and kind of terrifying in their depictions, similar to the instrumentation, they aren't quite as colorful as past efforts and rely a little too heavily on repeated refrains and droning cadences. All in all, though, the themes here are communicated decently well and avoid being overly righteous or obnoxious in their delivery, and alongside a tempered but still very creative soundscape, Squid is ultimately able to bring another pretty damn solid 45 minutes of conscious art rock here. So in the end, Cowards may not be a complete upgrade on the earlier works, but offers a worthwhile shift in the band's sound, and in my opinion deserves a score of a strong 6.5 out of 10. And there are a few legitimately awesome moments here, with my favorites being the tracks Crispy Skin, the title track Cowards, and definitely Showtime. And alright, that will pretty much do it for this video. I really do hope y'all enjoyed this quick review on the new Squid album. As always, I highly encourage you to form your own opinion and let me know what you think of this record in the comments below. Of course, feel free to suggest any other records or artists, new projects that you would like me to cover or review on this channel in the future. And with that, this has been Squid, the music canon, and I will see you in the next one.